Welcome to Rockin' Ink MC live from New York. I have a great show for you tonight. I have Erik, Siuda, Sarah Miller, Jay Blondel, Lydia, Bruno from Ink Masters, and also Chuck Garric and Tommy Henriksen of the Alice Cooper Band. We'll be interviewing them, and also I have Tales of the Tatt. Shane will be doing the interviews, and I'll be doing interviews of all these artists, musical artists and tattoo artists. It's going to be a great show, so stick around and hold on to your seat. First up, I'm gonna have Erik Siuda, owner of Ghost Gallery Tattoos in Bethpage, New York. He's a New Yorker, and he was just on Ink Master Rivals 5, Season 5, and he went to the top 3. So he went a long way, right to the end. They just had a live telecast, and he came in 3rd. And he talks about how he started in the business. He talks about Ink Master Rivals, and he shows off his story about his tattoos. So let's get to Erik Siuda's video.
How you doing? My name's Erik Siuda. I'm the owner of Ghost Gallery in Bethpage, New York. I'm on Ink Master Season 5. You can check me out on Facebook at Ghost Gallery or Erik Siuda, and my Instagram, Erik Siuda Tattoo. I got into tattooing around 1996. A good friend of mine, Richie Bulldog, lived on my block. We were really good friends, and his cousin happens to be Sean Vasquez, who was a very big-time tattooer in New York City at the time. And I started getting tattooed by him when I was younger, and he was opening up his own shop with Michael Bellamy called Triple X Tattoo. I became an apprentice and then basically started tattooing. At the age of 18, I was publishing my first book called New York City Tattoo. And then we opened up Red Rocket Tattoo, and I worked there for another 12 years. And basically separated from them and opened up my own shop, which is now Ghost Gallery. My experience on Ink Master is pretty amazing. You know, I heard a lot of things that people said that this is fake, that's fake. You know, I'll be honest, it's all real. I lived it. It was a lot of pressure, a lot of stress. You know, it was a very competitive feeling to have going against so many people, and I think people will be really impressed with this season. It was a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and I'm really proud of it, actually. My rival on Ink Master Rivals was Don Petticourt from Maryland. He was basically my rival because we met at a casting call, and you know, basically from there it spawned into social media bickering back and forth, me criticizing his tattoos, him criticizing my tattoos. And, you know, I finally wanted to just settle the score, so we went on Ink Master, and you guys are going to have to see what happens. First tattoo I ever got was basically a graffiti drawing of myself. I was a big graffiti artist back in the day. I got tired of getting arrested, so I became a tattoo artist. And basically it was done by Sean Vasquez, and it's on my leg. So it's kind of a rough representation of myself back then. And yeah, it basically spawned the whole career in tattooing and getting tattooed, and it was a pretty amazing experience being tattooed by such a famous tattooer, and he made the experience really pleasurable, and basically that's it. Started a whole career for myself. You know, I've been getting tattooed for, what, 18 years now. You know, all my tattoos pretty much are Japanese inspired as far as my arms are concerned. I have a food dog fighting a snake, so good against evil. And on this side I have a rough representation of Ganesh, which is elephant god, but we turned, well, Needles, who was the tattooer that did it, turned it into a Ganeshapus. So it's an octopus that's actually an elephant turning into an octopus, and a Tibetan skull because I like symmetry and I like things to match up. And then my nickname is Crybaby because everybody in high school used to say I look like Johnny Depp from the movie. And you know, my whole back is done. I got my family crest, which is an Austrian crest of my mom's side, and it's 2 lions with a big knight's helmet in the center. I'll show you guys that. And it has a lot of meaning because my mom's family was really important back in the day in Austria. So it was just paying homage to her family and everything like that, and I just think it's a really strong representation of strength with the 2 lions. Well, when we were opening up Red Rocket in Levittown on Watts Avenue, we had a lot of problems with the town just because people, you know, have this preconceived notion that tattooers are bad guys, bikers, outlaws. You know, I'm not going to say that some aren't, but I try to be an upstanding citizen and do the best I can. So I got a tattoo on my chest representing the struggle. We went through that because we spent a lot of money trying to get it opened. So I got a portrait of myself getting my teeth knocked out by life because it was a pretty stressful time financially and just dealing with a lot of the BS going on with politics within Nassau County. Thanks for listening to my story. Check out Ghost Gallery and Bethpage, and look out for my new website, ghostgallery.com, hopefully. And just follow me, and thanks for listening.
We're back. Erik Siuda, great guy. Ink Master Rivals. If you didn't get to see it, go online and look at it over there on Spike TV. Now I have an interview that I did with TalesOfTheTatt.com. This is with Tommy Henriksen of the Alice Cooper Band. And Tommy talks about the Alice Cooper shows, and he tells his story about his tattoos, which he has some great stories about his tattoos. So this is me interviewing Tommy for Tales of the Tatt. Let's go to Tommy's video. Jane over here from Rockin' Ink MC. I'm here with Tales of the Tatt, doing an interview with Tommy Henriksen of Alice Cooper. Here I have Tommy. How you doing, Tommy?
Pretty good today. How you guys doing? Always feels good to be back in Long Island.
Long Island, New York.
Exactly. And Manhattan was great. So.
And Tommy has a lot of things going on, and on a personal note. And tell us a little about what you have going on.
I have a record that's coming out pretty soon. The single's probably going to come out in like the next month or so, with a new video that was shot in Zurich, in Switzerland, by another Long Islander, Richie Banks, who directed the video. He did an amazing job, this kid. He's just crazy skateboard kid. And it's that and a bunch of other stuff, you know what I mean? I'm just doing some movie soundtrack stuff and doing a bunch of things like that. Josie and the Pussycats, we're trying to do this other thing, so there's a bunch of things going on. I'm just always trying to do something.
Always keeping busy in the business.
And being a dad.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? Writing songs with my son on my lap and singing them and stuff like that was the best ever. So
it's a great feeling, but right?
Yeah,
having a kid?
It's amazing because I've never been one of those guys who ever wanted to have a kid, but it was like just finally it just felt right. And my wife is just the most amazing mom, and Finn picked the best parents he could ever possibly pick, you know, so it's good.
So how is the tour going with Alice so far this year?
Well, we started this tour, we started in May. We've been out for almost 11 weeks now, and we've been on tour with Motley Crue, and it's been sold out like pretty much everywhere. And for me to be playing with Motley Crue with Alice, because my days back in Long Island started doing a Motley Crue show. So when all of a sudden I'm hanging out with Mick Mars and Nikki Sixx and stuff, it's been really, really cool because they've been so nice, and the tour is sold out, and they sound amazing every night. And Alice is just, you know, he sounds great all the time. And the band right now is just sounding great, and the shows have just been amazing. It's been like unbelievably well. That's great.
We're here with Tales of the Tatt. Let's talk a little about some of your ink. So, when did you get started with your ink?
My first tattoo, it's over here, so it says "Honor Thyself," because I was always told I was selfish, so I went out one day and just got a tattoo, "Honor Thyself," around my nipple, my first tattoo, which actually hurt a lot too. And that was the first tattoo I got. And then the second tattoo I got was this one right here. My friend Ray Gillen, who used to be the singer in this band called Badlands, and we were in a band together, Rondinelli, back on the island too. And this is kind of a memorial piece to him because he had this same tattoo, and it was done by Bob Roberts, I think that's his name, out in Los Angeles. And that was a special one for Ray. It's, you know, it's my way of honoring him, you know. And I got my, let's see, a couple recent ones. Is this one right here is my wedding date that I got married in Maui, and that's when I got married in Switzerland. I'm still working on getting my son's tattoo, you know, his name tattooed all over me, but I just haven't had any time yet. And then a lot of artwork that I did myself, And my wife wrote this, I love you. It's Ikliupti, which is Swiss German. In English it means I love you. And then this is a Jean-Michel Basquiat piece called Head. And a lot of this is Basquiat. This is Peter Gabriel. This is a Peter Gabriel saying, which I really love. I saw this online and I really liked whoever wrote that. And then these are all my dogs that passed away. More Basquiat stuff because I'm just a fan of Jean-Michel Basquiat. That's Basquiat too, Repel Ghost. And this one right here, Forever, Jeff Pilson's daughter, Olivia, wrote me this really beautiful wedding card to me and Sandra when we got married. She says, I want and I wish you guys this love lasts forever. And I just thought that was really sweet. And I was like, you know what, I want to put that on there. And there's a bunch of other tattoos on my stomach that says not for sale back in my punk rock days. But anyway, you know, some tattoos are out of boredom, you know what I mean? Some tattoos mean stuff, you know. But I just like tattoos, you know.
No, is there a tattoo that you regret getting? Your worst?
Oh yeah, my tramp stamp on the back.
Don't even go there.
It was funny because when I did it, I never forget the girl Julie at Yoni Tattoo in Tarzana, California. She does pretty much every tattoo that's on me she's done. Except for this one right here. When I was in my punk band, POL, we were in Panama City, and I was like, I don't drink a lot, but that day I was like kind of buzzed. I think I had maybe 2 beers, and I went in and I was like, I'm going to get a tattoo, and this guy drew this thing, and the lines are so horrible on that. That was one of those tattoos. I was like, all right, I'll live with it. But when I did the tramp stamp on the back, I was just bored because I was going to get a whole back piece. But then when I realized, like, man, that motherfucker hurts, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those tattoos where I wanted to finish it, but I haven't got around to it, but it is an official tramp stamp right now. But I don't regret it because it's not finished. I just haven't had time to finish it because I want to do all these other things to it. But you could, like I tell everyone, Chuck and everyone always takes the piss out of my tramp stamp.
So right now it's a tramp stamp, so eventually it's going to be part of a back piece.
Yes, it's a tramp stamp, but it's all Basquiat. I had all of these Basquiat images put together on my back, and it went down like that. And when Julie from Yoni Tattoo in Tarzana, she does all my tattoos, pretty much except for that other one I was talking about. She just looked at me. She's like, "Are you sure you want to start here?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's start." So it was kind of funny. She laughed. So.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
That's good. So, the CD, your CD's out. Getting back to that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have the single and the video coming out soon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the Alice tour is until the end of the year of 2014.
Dude, we're going into 2015 with this thing. With Cooper, we have a month off, starting like on Monday, September 2nd. I'll be back in Switzerland, and I get to see my son. I haven't seen him in 11 weeks, and that's really hard. And I get back there to see him and my wife, and then we're back out like I think October, like 7th, 8th, 9th, somewhere around there, and then we're out till almost December, and then we could do this cruise in February. Mm-hmm. We're doing this like classic rock cruise and stuff like that. So.
Okay, and then any plans on Tommy hitting the road?
Well, that's the thing. It's like the plans for me are when I get back to Switzerland. Right now, the record's going to come out in Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. And we're going to release a single, see how it goes. If we get some luck and some, you know, some I don't know, some good vibes or whatever, and then all of a sudden we'll release it in other countries throughout Europe. Because I want to start there, because I want to build a story there. For me to try and get a record deal here is kind of like, really, Tommy? You know what I mean? So I figure if I get some heat over there, generate some stuff, then I'll come over here, and if worst thing, I'll put it out myself. But that's why you can't get it on iTunes or nothing like that yet. But you will. But if you come to the Al shows, Roxy, he's got the Rock and Roll parking lot. Nita's out there. Myself, Glenn, Chuck, you know, we all go out there and we hang out with people, and that's how I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it like the old school way. Not this internet, you know, on the line shit.
Go to the gigs, get the hard copy. That's the way he's doing it.
If you watched Interns, you'll get the joke on the line. There you go. Anyway, yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah, no. And anyway, I'll see all my buddies. You know what I mean? And we're playing the Garden, October 2nd. No, October 28th.
October 28th, New York, Madison Square Garden.
Which, that's what I wanted to say. It's like, the coolest thing, it's like, you know, for me, the first concert I ever saw at Madison Square Garden, I think Conrad Palucci took me, this guy from the neighborhood, and my mother didn't want me to go. She's like, "You're not going with those guys with fucking drugs." So, and it was The Who, with Kenny Jones, when Keith Moon just died, and he came in to fill in, and I saw The Who at Madison Square Garden, and I also think Conrad took me to see Kiss, the Dynasty tour. But my first concert was Van Halen and Sabbath, and just to go to Madison Square Garden, I've always dreamed about playing there. And it's like one of those things. It's like to do it with Motley Crue and Alice Cooper, man. It's pretty amazing, and I'm so thankful that I'm not gonna say I'm thankful and blessed and all that hashtag bullshit that these people write. It's like, you know, feeling great. It's like whatever, dude. You know what, man? I'm just thankful that you know you work hard and shit happens. That's all I gotta tell you.
Yep. And it's happening. It's a good road you're taking, and I wish you luck with
Thanks.
the CD, the new CD, and we'll see what happens.
That's it. You just gotta just throw it out there, man, and keep on moving. Cause if you're not moving, man, forget it. Just move. That's what I gotta say.
I'm here with Tommy Henriksen, Tales of the Tatt. Take it easy.
Later.
Back. Tommy Henriksen, man, I was cracking up when he was talking about his tramp stamp. That was a great interview. I had a great time doing that, and that's with Tales of the Tatt. Also, I would like to get to my next artist here. And these are my tattoo artists. I have a friend of mine, Jay Blondel and Lydia Bruno. They were both in Ink Masters Season 4. Jay went to number 6, and Lydia went to number 7. Here you can see how their friendship has a rise with each other and how they joke around with each other, how they spent a lot of time on Ink Masters. And they're just a great funny couple together, and they hang out and they do their job. And let's go hear their funny stories just hanging out.
This is Gentle Jay and Lydia for Tales of the Tatt. We're here at the Westchester Addicted to Ink convention, and we're hanging out. It's day 2 right now, Saturday. How was your day yesterday?
I didn't know it was Saturday, so apparently either really good or really
pretty
bad.
good. You don't even know where you are.
I don't.
Lydia just found out she's in New York. She had no idea.
I thought I was in Long Island, but that's definitely not New York.
No. Up where you are is not New York. Where we are now is
That's actually the capital. Albany is the capital.
Albany is where we shuffle all the paperwork so that the real place doesn't have to deal with it.
Well,
New York is the city. It's the 5 boroughs. Long Island has now become a borough by attachment.
Tattoo artists are a
everything's just
history
flowing
major.
that way.
You know, we don't need to talk about that right now.
You know what? You're not from a real place. That's all I really need to tell.
Jay's my favorite. I don't touch the beard though. Look at that thing. Oh no! It's not pointed today.
It's not, well, twist it up.
The beard didn't have a good night. Jay
Usually when I was talking to Oliver and Nunez, I would be doing this because this would keep my hands busy.
that.
It was like, remember in Ricky Bobby when he was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. I had to do something with my hands, so I would just stand there twisting my beard.
Making a weapon for when fucking Nunez.
Yeah, now it's like in your eye.
That's why I'm wearing sunglasses. I don't want what you got.
They didn't wear sunglasses. See, they weren't smart about it. Dave wears sunglasses. Thinking man.
That's because Dave's a smart man.
Smart dude.
He saw that beard coming. He put his he probably had 2 pairs of sunglasses.
He wore this crazy sun hat this season. He's just getting crazier and crazier. He's like, eventually he's gonna come out in a sundress.
Probably. That would be amazing. I would definitely DVR that.
I love him to death, but I would never dress like
He
him.
was out in the heat. You know,
Yeah,
put it
no,
back
of course. It's getting cold out here now.
Yeah, it
What
is.
is it? It's gonna be December soon.
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you got coming up? You got shows coming up?
I'm doing Washington, D.C. in January, I think. I'm going to Milan in February, which is awesome.
Wow.
Doing the Anchor Swim Tour cruise thing so I can catch, you know, whatever.
I thought if
gestating
water got on
disease.
you, you melted.
No, that's, I'm not a witch. Contrary to popular
I beg
belief.
to differ.
Contrary to popular belief.
You are a
I am
fucking...
a God-fearing,
You are a tornado of a witch. You're like...
not just a hurricane, a tornado.
No, yeah, it's destruction all immediately
I'll
around
take it.
you.
I'll take it.
That's why you're not allowed
That's why
back
your
in my
beard's
house.
all twisted.
No one will sit on my couch anymore. Ever since
I
you
didn't
slept
want
on
to
it,
sit
no
on your
one will
couch.
sit
That
on
thing
your couch.
crunched when I sat on it.
It was-
Arms came out while I was
It
sleeping
crackles.
and held me. Oh my god.
That and all my socks do the same thing. It's weird.
Yeah, your socks are walking around that night. Like the Sorcerer's Apprentice. They were fucking cleaning your apartment and shit.
The broom works itself.
Oh, it does.
All right, well, I've been doing a ton of shows. You've been doing a ton of shows. We got a bunch more coming up. I'm actually taking a break until February where I'll be going back to Philly.
Nice. Philly's awesome.
Philly's one of the best ones.
One of my favorites.
Troy throws a good show there, so I'm going to be doing that. That's going to be my first one back. This is my last one until then.
It's tiring. We've been working a lot.
Yeah, I need a break, man. I need to get back to the shop and just do some work, put some paintings out.
Do some real art.
Generate some actual artwork.
Very
Yeah.
important.
Hell yeah. And that's what we do. This is how boring it gets sometimes out on the loading dock.
I mean, when I'm out here talking to Jay, I'm pretty bored because
What I really want to do is like.
look how close I'm getting to you.
Oh god! If you're gonna be this close, you might as well at least.
See?
She's fine. It's-
But I fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs.
He's always sorry.
He said he was sorry.
All right, let's end this interview before he gets one of us criminalized. Tales of the Tatt.
I'm just gonna do this and not say a word.
That's Jay and Lydia. Funny couple together. I like how they joke around, how they get along, those two. But now I like to get back to business here, and now I have an interview that I did for Tales of the Tatt for Shane, and this is Chuck Garric from the Alice Cooper Band. And Chuck tells a story when I was interviewing him about his tattoos and how he started and what he has on his body, and he has a nice long story. The guy is a real rock and roller tattooed guy. So let's go to Chuck Garric. Over Rockin' Ink MC here doing an interview for Tales of the Tatt, and I'm here interviewing Chuck Garric of Alice Cooper. We have Chuck here, and Chuck, this is an exciting year and tour that you guys have things going on, but
Yeah.
what do you have going on for yourself personally right now?
Well, as you just mentioned, obviously the Alice Cooper Motley Crue tour, which is one of the biggest tours of the summer, so it's a good time to be out there. I'm not sure if you're aware. I know you're aware, but most people are not aware. I've got my own band called Bisto Blanco. You can find out more information on that band. Go to livefastdieloud.com, which is the title of the record. And it's pretty much balls to the wall rock and roll, man. You know, Motorhead, Rob Zombie, fucking Ted Nugent, whatever. It's just, it's a really balls out record. My buddy Tommy Henriksen produced it, and we've done some European runs. It's been great. I got Calico Cooper singing backgrounds on it, and it's just, it's badass, man.
You got some videos out on it too,
Got some
right?
videos, yeah. There's 2 videos right now. We got a video for the single, which was Breakdown. You can find that on YouTube. And also Live Fast, Die Loud, the title track. Again, man, if those don't tell you what it's about, and you know, then I don't know what to tell you.
Good old screaming rock and roll.
Yeah.
So we're here with Tales of the Tatt, and it's about Tales of the Tatt. So you got a lot of ink, and I got a lot of ink, but you got a lot of interesting inks. Let's talk about when you first got started. What was your first type of a tattoo, and why did you get
man,
it?
yeah. It was funny. I never really put too much thought behind the whole meaning, but you know, I was raised. My parents were both pretty heavy bikers back in the days. My dad rode for one of the most notorious biker gangs in San Francisco in the '60s. So I was always around guys with tattoos, you know. My mom and dad were, you know, some of them. So as a kid growing up, man, they were just something we did, or I thought was kind of cool. We just called them girl getters. You know what I mean? We'd go get some girl getters, man, and you know, and whoever had a, you know, some sort of experience to get tattoos. So most of my tattoos I had to kind of cover up because they were just so bad. You know, looked like something I got, you know, in the penitentiary or some shit. But yeah, so I mean, it was just one of those things we got just half the time because we were bored, and some of the people we looked up to had them. You know, so my first tattoo I got was one on my back from this biker guy out of his garage, and you know,
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way, which was not bad actually. Guy did pretty good.
But the rest of them were just stuff I was into. You know, I was obviously into cars and music, obviously.
You got any interesting stories on any of it?
I don't know if there's really any interesting stories. You know, I just I paid a little tribute to my dad. You know, his name was Bud, and he passed away. You know, about almost 20 years ago. So got him, got my mom on there. Got some bullet holes through my ex-wife. Got my daughter's name on there. So, you know, just stuff that, I don't know, doesn't really mean a lot to me, but I guess when you really look back, I mean, it definitely tells a story of some of the stuff that I was into at the time. You know, and the thing I find that's cool about tattoos is it's like a process of your own life, of your own, you know, travels. So you can, you know, go back and see your first tattoo, and you go, oh, you know, you know what I was going through, what I was into at the time, and then I'm even thinking now of, you know, getting more tattoos, you know, to represent something that that means a lot to me now. So I do find that kind of interesting about people's tattoos, whether it's, you know, somebody's name or, you know, some sort of symbolism that meant something to them at the time, and, you know, you wonder what they would get now to tell their story. Yeah, so I mean, there is that thing. I mean, it definitely is a great way to express yourself through art. And I mean, obviously the technology and the artist and you know, what's available. It's pretty amazing what they can do nowadays. I mean, some of these guys out there are surely really incredible artists, and you know, I like that part of it. I'm not really a guy that collects much art at the house or anything like that, but you know, this is more something that I can just carry with me all the time. You know?
I see you have some sort of a bird playing a stand-up over there.
Yeah, I was.
What's up with that?
I was into, like, you know, back in gosh, man, my early 20s. I was really into, you know, like some rockabilly and you know, and some more you're like you know, kind of stand-up bass type thing, you know. So I got this guy, my buddy Ian Morris, did that out of San Francisco, and it was always just like this one big piece, you know, just kind of stuck out of my forearm, and you always, you know, after a while you realize you kind of want to cover it in, make it look cool. So Ian put this the Cadillac, I have a '64 Cadillac, he put the symbol there with my initial G on there. So we just, you know, keep covering up, filling it in, and you know, I really like the color. I like that aspect, but I always like the kind of just the straightforward dark black ink, you know, similar to like the stuff you got with just like a little splash of color every once in a while here and there, which I like that a lot. You know, I always think, God, if I could do it over again, I'd probably go maybe that route or something, you know. But I am thinking about a back piece that I want to do, and I think I'll probably keep it more, you know, dark with just a little bit of color every once in a while. Grays, blacks, a little bit of color here and there, just to give it some contrast. But other than that, just cool shadowing and the darker ink. You know?
That'll be great. We'll get back sometime to see you and Tommy get your back pieces. Like us, we were talking to Tommy earlier, and he's gonna go that route too to finish his back.
Chuck loves my tramp stamp.
Tommy's got a tramp stamp, man. I'll put it. I don't have one of those yet, man.
You don't want
too
one.
masculine.
You don't.
But
I guess I never really tapped into my feminine side like that, you know. But yeah, comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Well, you got one too?
No, you know what? On my show, I did a skit about tramp stamps, and
funny,
I really got on the guys about it, you know.
Yeah, but come on, man. If they were called, like, you know, stud patches or something, every dude would have one.
Then it'd be a different meaning.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I just give him a hard time because I can tease him. But actually, Tommy's tattoos are great. Yeah, very interesting.
So, is there a particular artist that you use all the time, or someone that you're looking forward to getting a tat from?
Man, you know, there's, like I said, Ian Morris out of San Francisco did a bunch of these tattoos for me. Nita from Studio City Tattoos, she did the majority of everything on the right side. The rest of them were done by, you know, just random guys. Which are, you know, kind of was back when I was getting tattooed, kind of seemed like the way to go. There really wasn't. It wasn't as popular, obviously, for as much as it is now.
Now, yes.
You know, now it was like, I mean, if you had a tattoo back when I was a kid getting tattoos, I mean, it was pretty cool. You know, it was something, one of those things that only a few people would have, you know, so now I think, yeah, there's definitely some guys out there. I don't really, you know, have anybody. Ryan Shemp he has a tattoo studio in Minnesota called Cream City Tattoo, and Ryan's done my favorite tattoo, which was my chest, and he did this diabetes tattoo. I'm type 2 diabetic, so he filled in a little spot there for me as well. But I think Ryan's one of the guys I'm thinking about having doing my back, because he's such a talented kid. He just thinks so outside the box, and he's just a really great, well-rounded artist, you know. So I trust him, you know.
And that's the word, trust.
Yeah, I trust the guy. I mean, I gotta be, you know. I think if you're getting a tattoo, you gotta have a lot of trust, obviously, in the artist, and you gotta be able to tell them, and it's something that that you want and that means something to you, but also stuff that you're just not into. There's some tattoos I think are great, obviously, but some of them just don't really fit my personality. You know, and I think it's important that when you're getting a tattoo, to make sure that you can, you know, convey those things so everybody's on the same page. Other than just getting a tattoo from somebody because it's a piece that they want to tattoo on somebody, and you can get something you're just not really proud of.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, I have tattoos that you know, that, like I was saying, maybe don't have a meaning that I really love or whatever, or I got a tattoo and it was so fucked up that I had to get it fixed. To me, that's kind of a cooler story, you know, than having something that looks amazing but you just fucking hate it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do plan on getting some more, and when I do, you know, I want it to be, you know, just a killer piece that both represents the artist and myself as well.
And then also, we're running out of room, right? That's what happens when you run out of room. You got to really be particular on what you're getting.
only a little bit of canvas left, you know. Yeah. But again, man, I don't know. It's still cool to get, and I want to go further at times, man. But it's so funny, man. You think like, I still catch myself thinking, well, you know, I got to be careful where I put them, because when I got to get a real job at the bank, I won't have to cover them up, man. Hopefully that won't happen, right?
Right. All right. Well, anyway, it's been a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah, man.
And Tales of the Tatt. I'm here with Chuck Garric, Alice Cooper, and we'll see you soon. Back, Chuck Garric. You gotta see this guy rock. We're gonna get to his video later, his band Beasto Blanco, but Chuck Garric's a great guy. He's been with Alice Cooper a long time. I just want to get now right to my next interview here. Now I have Sarah Miller. Sarah Miller is from Ink Masters Season 2. She was runner-up, so she was in second place. She really went up there in her season when she was in there. But she talks about her comic book. She has a comic book coming out, and I think it's a whole series. But she tells us her story about her comic book that's just come out. And I was sort of honored to be in this Rebel Ink magazine that she's on the cover, and I actually made it in on the inside. So Sarah Miller made it on the cover, made it to the back of Rebel Ink, and Sarah Miller. So let's go see what Sarah Miller has to say about her comic book.
Hi, this is Sarah Miller. You might have seen me on Ink Master Season 2, or, you know, I've been around clip shows and stuff and whatnot. I get around a lot. We're actually at the Westchester Tattoo Convention right now, and I'm here to talk about my new comic book that just came out, actually. It's called The Valkyrie's Woad. The focal point of the story is Norse mythology, and specifically the characters of Rona and Tobin. Rona is a little spitfire. She just wants to be a shield maiden and be amazing and battle everybody. And Tobin wants to preserve the history and culture of the Vikings. So when things kind of take a turn for the worst and their village actually gets raided, Tobin unfortunately loses his life, and Rona, in the midst of her grief, sees a Valkyrie coming to take his soul. And of course, what are you going to do if your best friend, whose soul you see, is about to go to hell, basically? Because in Viking culture, if you don't die in battle, you're basically going to hell. You're condemned to Helheim, a plane of immortal boredom, where you can't do anything. And only warriors that fall in glorious battle go to Valhalla to be in Odin's army to fight when Ragnarok comes. So she decides to save Tobin's soul because she discovers that her feelings for him are a little bit stronger than what she thought, and she can't live without him. And that's just kind of the story as it starts. She takes his soul and runs off, and that's where the action begins. And you can actually pick that up at this issue, just released in December, the very first issue, full issue of the Valkyries Vote, action and everything. So, people that were involved in this project. This project actually was conceptualized about 2.5, 3 years ago. Me and Anthony Morecci, we were talking, and we wanted to actually do a short film together. And I really wanted to do something with Viking culture and mythology and all that lovely stuff. And we sat down together and brainstormed and came up with quite a few ideas. And it was actually his idea that maybe a new Valkyrie would basically kind of defy what a Valkyrie really is. And maybe it was because of like a family member or something like that. And I actually kind of took it a little bit further than that and said, hey, like this would be actually a amazing comic book series, because we didn't do anything with this for like a good year and a half, and like we've been talking about this for a while. And I thought it would translate really well. And the main character was human, who somehow got the power of the gods and angered the entire Pentathlon. Like, what would happen? What subtext is underneath there? What mysteries, like, would you be kind of, like, looking at? Like, what's actually happening behind the scenes of everything? Is it really what meets the eye? Because there's so much that in Viking culture that's way ahead of its time with how they treated women, how men interacted with people, like, their rights and everything like that. But, they actually, there's actually some other stuff that it could be taken a little bit more feudally. So I kind of wanted to play with that a little bit. So, like, what if the gods were actually real? But what if they were once human? What if magic was real and it was based on sacrifice? So it's just going in a completely different direction than what we had originally, like, sat down and thought of. But Anthony's actually writing this script. And he's able to do this because he went to school for animation. And he's able to take everything that we're talking about and put it down in a way that's visually entertaining. And it flows very, very well. I do have editorial rights, however, with certain things. More about our team. I am also a tattoo artist, and I am working basically around the clock, around the world, and I don't really have time for everything. So I got an amazing team of people together to kind of push this comic forward and kind of make it happen. One of the most important people on this is Damien Torres. He's the co-penciler. Both he and I drew basically and illustrated the entire comic. We sat down again, got everything together, and we got everything where it needed to be. From the penciling, we went to Tony Cordos. He is an amazing inker. He's worked with a lot of the big names in the industry right now. Specifically, the biggest title he worked on was Fathom. He did a couple covers. And he's the one that has inked this entire project. From there, we handed it off to Halo Janowski. You might have seen him on Ink Master Season 4. And what he did was he colored the entire comic book, barring a couple pages based on time limitations. And honestly, this comic wouldn't have gotten done if everybody hadn't come together and pushed through, because like all of us, we were working on a tight schedule. We were all working on different projects, and we had all the different things that we had to do to make sure our bills got paid. But we all got together and we pushed the whole thing through, and we got issue 0 released just in time for New York Comic Con back in October.
How can people get issue 0? Is it still available?
Issue 0, there was a limited edition release of 1,000 copies of issue 0, so the odds of getting it right now are pretty slim. you might be able to find a copy on eBay, or if you really are interested, you might be able to call the shop. It's 412-668-2263. That's my tattoo shop. And you can call and ask if we have any in reserve, or you can see if it's still available online. You can go to the Valkyries, actually it's you can go to valkyrieswode.com, VALKYRIESWODE.com, just Valkyries Wode. And there's an online option to order the comic book. There's synopsises of the characters, and there'll be special edition things that you'll be able to find only on the website, or special events that are upcoming that you'll be able to get limited release for. This has been Sarah Miller from Ink Master Season 2. Thank you so much for watching TalesOfTheTat.com. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and tune in for the next one pretty shortly.
Back. That was Sarah Miller. Sarah Miller, don't forget to get out there if you're into comics and check out her comics. And we've come to the end. And what I'm going to do now is I have two videos I would like to show you. I have Chuck Garric and his band Bisto Blanco and his song Breakdown. And then after that, I'll get right into Tommy Henriksen with Give Him Hell, his new video from his new CD called Tommy, Tommy, Tommy. So, from Rockin' Ink MC, I will see you next week for my last show of the year. Have a safe and a healthy weekend. Happy holidays, and watch out there. Driving is dangerous, so no drinking and driving. I'll see you guys next week.
Welcome to Rockin' Ink MC. This is Chuck Garric from Alice Cooper and Bisto Blanco. Check out my record by Bisto Blanco entitled Live Fast, Die Loud. Here's a video from that record, Breakdown.
My moon.
Rocket Inc., Tommy Henriksen. Here's my new video. Give him hell. I'll see you guys, MSG with Alice Cooper and Motley Crue at the end of the month. Singles dropping October 31st. Thank you.
Can you feel the fire inside of me? You wanna take it, hide it, steal it from me. I got a rock and roll heart beating out of my chest. Cause this heart will forgive, but it never forgets. Yeah, I say yeah. You know I spread wildfire, set me free. I'm a bloody survivor, a dying breed. I got a rock and roll heart beating out of my chest, and I can't now, won't now, can't let go. If you know what I mean. Now you know what I mean. Living hell, no pain, this ain't cool, what a show. Blood roars underneath, find the strength, give 'em hell. Give 'em hell. Yeah, give 'em hell. Give 'em hell. You know I can't stop believing, it's never too late. I'm a working class survivor, a dying breed. I got a rock and roll heart beating out of my chest, and I can't stop, won't stop, can't let go. If you know what I mean. Now you know what I mean. Living hell, no pain, this ain't cool, what a show. Blood roars underneath, find the strength, give 'em hell. Give 'em hell. Yeah, give 'em hell. Yeah, give 'em hell. Yeah, yeah. If you know what I mean. Now you know what I mean. Living hell, no pain, this ain't cool, what a show. Blood roars underneath, find the strength, give 'em hell. Yeah, give 'em hell. Yeah, yeah, give 'em hell. Yeah, yeah, give 'em hell. Yeah, yeah. Can you feel the fire inside of me? You wanna take it, hide it, steal it from me. I got a rock and roll heart beating out of my chest. Cause this heart will forgive, but it never forgets. If you know what I mean. Now you know what I mean. Give 'em hell. Round and round, it's all she knows. Play the part of being used. The more she hides, the more I show. I wanna be abused by you. Her body's like an undertow. You're drowning everything in me. The way she moves, the way she knows everything I need.